Today we will continue with the problems on time and work. So the eighth problem is A and B together can do a piece of work in 12 days, B and C in 15 days, C and A in 20 days. How many days A alone can do work? So first let us see what is the work done by A and B in one day. So the work done by A and B in one day would be 1 divided by 12, because using the formula we can write it as work done in one day equal to 1 divided by total time taken to complete that work. So they have given it to be 12, so it is 1 divided by 12, and let us take it as equation 1. Similarly, B plus C, because and is there, B and C together are working for 15 days. Therefore, B plus C's one day work will be 1 by 15. So, we'll take it as equation 2, and C plus A's one day work is 1 divided by 20. So, they are taking 20 days to complete a piece of work. So, every day they are going to do 1 by 20th of the work. So, that is written, and we are taking it as equation 3. Now, we can add 1, 2 and 3, and we will get A plus B plus B plus C plus C plus A is equal to, all these three terms are added, so it is 1 by 12 plus 1 by 15 plus 1 by 20. So you can see there are 2 A's plus 2 B's and plus 2 C's, and you can take 2 as common, so you get 2 times of A plus B plus C is equal to, so solve with the LCM and simplify, you get it to be 1 by 5. Therefore, A plus B plus C's one day work will be 1 by 10. So this 2 will go in the denominator. So we got what is the work done by all the 3 persons in one day. So it is 1/10 of the work is done. Now what we can do is, we have B plus C's one day work, and we want to find out how many days A alone takes to complete the work. So in this equation we can substitute B plus C's one day work, so that we can find out A's work individually. So what we are doing, substituting to in equation 4, we get A plus 1 by 15. So B plus C's one day work is 1 by 15, so we are substituting that. So A plus 1 by 15 equal to 1 by 10. Therefore, A's one day work will be 1 by 30. Therefore, time taken by A alone will be 1 divided by the work done in one day. So, it is 1 by 30. Therefore, A alone takes 30 days to complete the work. So, the ninth question is, A and B can finish a piece of work in 8 days, B and C in 12 days, and A, B and C together in 6 days. In how many days A and C can finish the work? So again, write the given information in terms of one day work. So A plus B can finish 1/8 of the work in one day. Take it as equation 1. B plus C's one day work is 1 by 12, and A plus B plus C. So here they have given the work of all the 3 persons done together. It is completed in 6 days. Therefore, A plus B plus C's one day work is 1 by 6. And now they have asked what is the days taken, how many days are taken by A and C together to finish the work. That is, A plus C's number of days taken to complete the work is asked. So we can do it in any way. The convenient would be to finding A's individual work, C's individual work, and then adding both the individual works. So now we can substitute 2 and 3, so that we get A's work done in one day. So A's work in one day will be 1 divided by 12. So in place of B plus C, you can substitute 1 by 12 and take it to other hand side. It will be 1 by 6 minus 1 by 12. So take the LCM and simplify. You get A's one day work as 1 by 12. Similarly, you can substitute equation 1 in equation 3 so that you get C's work. So a plus b is known 1 by 8. So in place of a plus b substitute 1 by 8, you get C's individual work. So C is equal to 1 by 6 minus 1 by 8. When you take the LCM and simplify, you get C is equal to 1 by 24. So that is C is 1 day work. Now by adding equation 4 and 5, we get A plus C's work in 1 day. So it is 1 by 12 plus 1 by 24. You get 3 by 24. Therefore, number of days taken by A and C to finish the work is 1 divided by 3 by 24. That is equal to 8 days. That is 24 by 3 is 8. So both A and C together can finish the work in 8 days. So any problem of this type, the first step would be to find out the work done in 1 day or 1 hour, and then you can find out the time taken by either individually or separately or working together. So the 10th question is, a tank is filled by two taps in 20 hours and 15 hours respectively, and it is emptied by a third tap in 10 hours. If all the three taps are opened at once, in what time will be the tank be filled? So we have already solved this question. I'll quickly revise this. So in 1 hour, they have given tap A can fill 1/20th of the tank, tap B can fill 1/15th of the tank, and tap C can empty 1/10th of the tank. So they have given time taken. So we can find out how much work done, how much work is done. So here, what is the work to be done? It is to fill the tank. So tap A can fill 1/20th of the tank in 1 hour. Similarly, tank B and tank C, they have given that it empties the tank in 1 hour. So if all the three taps are open at once, they can fill the tank in 1 by 6. They can fill 1 by 60th of the tank in 1 hour. That is, you have to add these two because they are going to fill, and you have to subtract this tap C value because it is going to empty the tank. Therefore, we get, if all the three taps are opened at once, then they can fill 1/60th of the tank in 1 hour. Therefore, time taken by the tank to be filled is 1 divided by 1 by 60. So it requires 60 hours. So the 11th question is, a cistern means it is also a tank. So tank which should be filled in 6 hours required 1 hour more to be filled due to leak in the cistern. If the cistern is full, in what time will the leak empty it? So in 1 hour, only 1/7 of the cistern is filled instead of 1/6 due to leakage. They have clearly given the tank should be filled in 6 hours, but because there is some hole in the tank, it is taking one more additional hour to be filled. So what is the work done now? It is only just 1/7 of the tank is filled instead of 1/6. Now we can find out what is the leakage in 1 hour. So it is 1/6 of the tank minus 1/7. You get, when you simplify, 1 by 42. So therefore, full tank will be emptied in 42 hours due to leakage. In this question, they have asked how much time is required so that the tank will be empty due to the leakage. So you have to be careful what question is asked. The next question is, a cistern is filled by two taps A and B in 8 and 12 hours respectively, and it is emptied by a waste pipe C in 6 hours. If the taps and the pipes are all opened at once, in how many hours will the system be full? Now they have asked how many hours is required so that the tank will be full when they have given the capacity of each taps or the time taken by each taps to either fill the tank or to empty the tank. So in 1 hour, tap A and tap will fill 1 by 8 plus 1 by 12 of the tank, and in 1 hour C will empty 1/6 of the tank. Therefore you can add these two and subtract this two, you get the value. So 1 by 24th of the cistern will be filled in 1 hour, hence the tank will be full in 1 divided by 1 by 24, so it is 24 hours. Therefore it requires 24 hours for the tank to be completely filled. So the last question is, a cistern which can be filled in 12 hours takes 15 hours to be filled due to a leak in the bottom. After how many hours will a full cistern be emptied due to the leakage? So this question is very similar to the 11th problem. So without the leakage, 1 by 12th of the cistern is filled in 12 hours using this information. With the leakage, so that 1/15th of the tank will be filled in 1 hour. Therefore the difference gives the leakage in 1 hour. Therefore the entire tank will be emptied in 1 divided by 1 by 60, so it requires 60 hours so that the tank is emptied due to the leakage. So in the next class we will solve problems on speed related, and you just remember this formula: speed is equal to distance covered by time taken, and how to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second and vice versa. Thank you.